Welcome to Super Bowl Sunday. It's been a long time, but the San Diego Chargers are finally back to a Super Bowl. They'll be facing off against the Dallas Cowboys to crown the world's champion here today. The field is getting prepped and ready to go. Inflatables on the field. Final game of the year to decide who is the best team in the NFL. And there they come out onto the field. America's team trying to regain the hearts of America after that 90s dynasty disappearing into the millennium. The coach wobbles his way down to the team, while what feels like an eternity, the Chargers are back to the Super Bowl to try and give their franchise and their fans their first Lombardi. 5 Super Bowl win team versus 0. The fans are getting ready for today's matchup. The coaches are down on the field talking to each other about their wooden hips. This is looking like an exciting matchup, and hopefully it delivers. It's been 6 seasons since the rebuild began, but we find ourselves at the end of it here. San Diego will be kicking off to start. Dallas returning it from inside their own end zone. Gets it past the 20 and down at the 24. Here we go. What will be the first offensive play of the Super Bowl for the Cowboys? A man goes in motion to the right side, play action, great protection over the middle, and caught by Harrington, tackled immediately. The first play for the Cowboys results in a first down. Usually you have to establish the run to set up the play action, but the Chargers fell for it before they even got started. They're now at the 39-yard line in the shotgun. They do a draw up the middle, spin move, tiny hurdles, and finally brought down after a gain of 7. The ball carrier is Harry Guzman in his 3rd year coming out of Houston, 6'1", under 200 pounds. He may be undersized, but he didn't look it there. 2nd and 3, there's a man in motion to the left side. They hand it back to Guzman, who gets skinnier. Almost couldn't see him when he turned sideways, but he got the first down. Now, here is a guy in Harry Guzman that isn't going to wow you with his physical look, but he's like those sponge dinosaurs that you dip in water and expand. Chargers are lucky it's not raining today, because if you think he's good now, you should see him when he's wet. They've ran it 3 straight times, 3 yards on that last run. Chargers are committing more to the ground game. Cole drops back, throws to the flat. Guzman is tackled immediately behind the line for a loss. There seems to be an injured Charger on the ground. It's Roger Clark, the best player for the Chargers. If he's out for the game, that would be devastating for them. He does look to be walking under his own power, so we'll see if he'll return. The game will continue to move on without him for now. Cowboys plan to spread out the defense with Clark out of the game. Cole in the shotgun, steps back, running out of time, throws deep over the middle and caught, tackled by Ferguson. That was a big play. And with Clark out, the secondary may be giving up more of those. Doesn't matter how quick the pressure gets there, if the secondary can't cover, could be a long day. Gerald Cole isn't Tom Brady, but he's gotten the team this far with the help of everyone else. That last pass was put right where it needed to be, and if he continues that, I see no reason why they can't win. He drops back, can't step up, finds number 88. Isn't that a familiar number for the Cowboy fans? I just noticed that Mike Brown isn't on the field right now. He was there on the last play, gone on this one. I wonder if he was injured. Wooden in motion, they hand it off to Guzman, who gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage, tackled by James Hall. They're now at the 10. It is possible to get a first down here without a touchdown, but I don't think that's their plan. Cole drops back with time over the middle and almost picked off by Ferguson. The 3rd-year man out of North Carolina has been showing flashes this postseason with 2 interceptions so far, but wasn't able to hold on to that one. It's 3rd down. Remember, they can still get a first down here. Man in motion to the left, throws that way. They might be close to a first down. I think it's a little short. So on 4th and 8, they bring out the kicker for a chip shot for the first points in this year's Super Bowl. It is wide left. I thought for sure that was going in. Cundiff missed the 25-yarder, and somewhere Raven fans are seething. The Chargers will now have their opportunity to score first in this game. Lewis is going under center, 3 receivers on the play. They hand it off to Tomlinson, who gains 5 on the carry. Got about 4 of those untouched. 2nd and 5, Chargers are out there in a heavy formation while the Cowboys are in a 3-4, secondary off the line. It's a pitch to the right side, but Tomlinson cuts it up for a gain of 2 on the run, brought down by Atkins. 3rd down and only 3 yards to go. Split back set. Lewis rolls to his left, throws deep to Woods, and almost picked off. Moss was getting open in the middle, but pressure forced it early. Now be a 3 and out for the Chargers. Not much to say about that drive. 2 runs and an incomplete pass. The defense isn't trembling. This will be returned from about the 30 and tackled down at the 32. It was a good punt. Cowboys missed a field goal on their opening drive, but that's in the past. Nobody ever holds on to the past. Never. Witten goes in motion to the left side. They hand it off to Guzman, who has a huge hole to run through and falls forward near the sticks. But they don't give him the first down. There's Roger Clark on the bike. Looks like he might be back in soon. It's 2nd and inches. I would be surprised if they don't go back to the run. They just need a yard. They go back to Guzman. He gets more than enough. He gets 8 and a new set of downs. It looked like he might have hit a wall at the line, but gets around the edge for an easy first. Cowboys are at midfield. The clock is running down. Will they? No, they won't run it down. Cole throws it deep, and it's picked off by Newton. It was underthrown. Harrington is chasing him from behind. Juked out Guzman. Does he have the speed? Inside the 20 and brought down at the 15. And welcome to the NFL, Jerome Newton. The 2nd round pick from this past draft for the Chargers came in during the divisional round against Jacksonville when Quentin Jammer was struggling. And he's showing the team why he should continue to stay in the game. That's how the first quarter will end. Chargers have all the momentum now. Chargers went 3 and out on their last drive. If that happens again, they'd at least get a field goal attempt. Woods in motion. Dallas looking to be running a zone. They hand it off to Tomlinson. The free man gets him, but not until he gets 3 yards on the carry. Schottenheimer is telling Colin, get ready because this drive will be over soon, and the run defense wasn't exactly stopping Guzman. 7 yards to go for the first, and the Chargers are back out there in the heavy package. Lewis dropped back, plenty of time, to the corner. Touchdown, Gates! He had him open, got behind the defense, and like I always say, who catches touchdowns in the red zone? Tight ends. The first score of the game goes to the Chargers thanks to the interception by Newton. The fans are going wild. Gates has come a long way. Protection held up great, and Gates had his own area code. The Chargers were able to get the first points in this game, took a missed field goal and an interception that was brought back into the red zone, but they are now up 7-0 thanks to Antonio Gates on this last drive. There's still a lot of game left, but the way it started so far for the Cowboys, it's not looking good. This kick will be returned from inside the end zone, about a yard or 2 deep, past the 15, spun, and brought down at the 22. Can the Cowboys straighten up after their shaky start? The Cowboys were able to march down the field the first time they had the ball. They showed they can move it. They're going to need to in order to make this a game again. A receiver motions to the left side. Cole rolls that way, throws deep, and it's picked off by Hammond. He's Mike Brown's replacement. I mentioned earlier he was out. He's trying to get an angle, gets inside the 20, and that's twice the Chargers will start their drive inside the red zone. Mike Brown was taken out earlier on Dallas's first drive. Since then, the defense has completely shut down this Cowboys offense. Cornelius Hammond is letting the $10 million man know that his time may be running out. Chargers have the opportunity to send a message here. They're not going to let the Cowboys linger around. Lewis rolls to his right, moves, throws to the end zone, and Moss can't hold on through the hit. Cowboys don't let another touchdown happen, at least not yet. It's 2nd down after the drop. Chargers come out in 12 personnel. Lewis makes a change at the line. He drops back, pumps to his left, steps up, and it's picked off by Dak Gwynn. He wasn't in the end zone, which means he has to try and not pin his own team back, and gets tackled at the 12. And what a start to the Super Bowl. A missed kick, a 3 and out, an interception, a touchdown, trading turnovers. I don't think anyone expected this, and if this is how it starts, I wonder how it's going to end. Cowboys have another opportunity to make this a tied game again. They hand it to Guzman up the middle for 2 yards, tackled by Mr. Reliable Ben Lieber. 2nd and 8 after the run, 2 tight ends to the left side. They hand it to Guzman up the middle, tackled by Ferguson, this time for another 2 yards. Cowboys coach is really digging deep in the playbook for unique plays, like back-to-back dives. To avoid a 3-and-out, the Cowboys are in an empty set, 5 receivers on the field. Cole drops back over the middle. Price makes the snag. Roger Clark can't make the tackle. Newton is catching up but can't make the diving tackle. It's a foot race inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys, and just like that, the game is 1 point away from being tied again. And it looks like he really was digging up something from that playbook. Cole had great protection to make that laser of a throw. Ferguson didn't see the receiver coming across the field to snag the ball away, and speed kills, and right here it dang near murdered everyone. With this extra point from Dallas, they will tie the game up at 7, and it was already an interesting start to this game. We're still in the second quarter, folks. Looks like the price is right. 3 minutes left in this quarter. Chargers threw an interception in the red zone last time that led to Dallas to score. Their last 2 drives started in the red zone, and yet the game is tied at 7. Florence is returning this kick and barely gets it to the 20. They should have probably nailed it. They'll be starting at the 19. On their last drive, Lewis felt panicked in the pocket and threw it into double coverage. He's going to have to trust his line. He looks to be panicking again, and he somehow escapes the sack. He has room to run and gets past the first down on that scramble. Not the way they drew it up, but it worked. The offensive line wasn't bad, but he just tried to roll out early. Protection broke down because of it, but he made something happen regardless. They're now at the 32, new set of downs, I formation. They hand it off to Tomlinson, who cuts it right, jukes a defender, and hit hard at the 39. A gain of 7 or 8 on the run. Second and short coming up. Chargers trying to run a play before the 2-minute warning. They hand it off to Tomlinson up the middle. He tries to get skinny, but not skinny enough to get the first. Stopped a yard short by Roy Williams. There's now only 2 minutes left in the game, 3rd and 1. What did the Chargers do? Pitch right side, Tomlinson breaks the tackle and gets the first to keep the drive going. LT's leaving it all on the field. Now the question is, do they run the clock and get a field goal or risk going for more? Lewis drops back, clean pocket, going deep, caught by Woods. The linebacker misplayed it. There was a linebacker on him. He was chased down at the 5. It may be evening, but I think we all got a little bit of morning wood on that play. The fans are losing it here. Almost feels like a home game for San Diego, and the offensive line did a great job keeping the pocket clean. And how on earth did they let a linebacker cover one of their best receivers? Lucky it wasn't a touchdown. It was Woods' first catch of the day, and it was a big one. Putting them in the red zone, Lewis drops back, pressure in his face. He's trying to run away, and he can't get rid of it. Sacked. That's been a problem so far for this Chargers offense. It's a coin toss on whether the line will give Lewis time. They didn't on that play. Center immediately gives up pressure on the spin move. On the bright side for San Diego, it's running the clock, so Cowboys might not have time to do anything. Lewis drops back, has Moss open on the quick out. He has one guy to beat, but can't make him miss. That was the definition of a touchdown-saving tackle. They let the clock run down to 13 seconds in single back set, 3 receivers on the field. Lewis drops back, great protection. He decides to take off with, and he gets the touchdown. San Diego reclaims the lead right before halftime thanks to their franchise guy calling his own number for the score. Now I see why Dan Fouts let him have his number. I guess the coin flipped the right way on this play, letting Lewis sneak on through for the lead. The Chargers will be going to the half with a 7-point lead. With this extra point, it's been a wild first half, and we still have another half to go. There's Antonio Gates, who scored the first touchdown, celebrating with Lewis, who scored the second. Cowboys shouldn't be panicking either, other than that big play to Woods. They haven't really let the Chargers run away with this game, and Dallas missed a field goal, could have made it 10-14, then they threw an interception, not once but twice, and still find themselves down by only 1 touchdown. San Diego, on the other hand, might be celebrating too hard, too early. With 5 seconds left, what do the Cowboys do? Probably hand it off. They're going to pass it quick over the middle and falls incomplete. I guess they were hoping some magic would happen. There's really not much you can do with 3 seconds. They're just going to hand it off and go to the half. Guzman powers through for a gain of 7, and that's how the first half will end. It was a wild first half, and it's still anyone's game. San Diego up 14-7. Welcome to the second half. The Chargers will receive the ball to start it and have a chance to improve their lead. Both teams are ready for the second half kickoff. Dallas is down, but how they've played so far, San Diego as well, I don't think either team has a foot up on one another. As Florence is the return man, holy spin move, Batman. That guy went flying like Superman past him. That's going to be on the highlight reel for years to come. And looking at the Chargers drives, a 3-and-out, touchdown, interception, touchdown. Fair to say interception next if patterns are concerned. San Diego has been struggling in pass protection at times. I think running it, making the defense worry about LT will help. They're already ahead, so it doesn't hurt. They hand it to Tomlinson, right side, and he squeezes through 5 yards. 5 yards here, 5 yards there, boom, touchdown. When the defensive line is going for the quarterback, it's easy to create running lanes, but San Diego is in a 3 tight end set here. I think everyone knows this is a run. They give it to Tomlinson. Great block by the fullback, giving LT more than enough space for the first down. You'll see it right here. Hardy goes in first. Everyone doing their job. A new set of downs after that run, split back set, they go to Tomlinson, right side, and the defense was waiting for it, 2 on the carry. Gwen has been making plays today. He had that interception in the red zone. He's hungry for that ring. It's been a long time that either of these teams have made the Super Bowl. Today, they're giving a good one so far for the fans. Lewis drops back, blitz coming, throws deep, Woods drops it. You can't hold on to it, or maybe Williams got a finger on it. It's 3rd down after that incompletion. Chargers have 4 receivers on the field. Lewis drops back, pressure in his face, and sacked again. The offensive line is struggling badly. Francis Richardson doing his best Beyblade impersonation to spin off that block. That was a huge play for the Cowboys there, forcing the Chargers to punt the ball. I'm surprised San Diego's offense hasn't got much going besides that play to Woods, as this is returned from the 23, has space, and tackled down at the 37. Good field position for the Cowboys coming up. I won't say it's now or never for Dallas because they're only down by a touchdown, but they've been turning it over when it matters. Cole drops back 3 steps, throws to his right, has Bryant on a comeback for an 8-yard reception. I said he's no Tom Brady, and he's proving me right, but that doesn't mean he's been completely bad. It's now 2nd and 2 on the 44 of Dallas. They hand it to Guzman, who makes a cut to the left. There was nothing there, tackled for a loss of 1. Roger Clark on the stop. It's been a pretty balanced offense so far. 11 runs, 10 passes. We'll make it 11 passes. Cole over the middle to Harrington to get across midfield for the first down. They're at the San Diego 44-yard line. Bryant goes in motion to the left side. Cole drops back. Only a 3-man rush. Dumps it down to Harrington, who stretches out, but marked short of the first. I don't think I've ever seen this formation before. They have 3 backs behind the quarterback. I think one of them is a tight end. They hand it off to Guzman. Sparks somehow gets past the blockers, but it's still a first down. Dallas is once again moving the ball down the field. Last time it ended with a missed field goal, trying to get points here. Guzman with the ball rips a piece of paper and gets brought down 2 yards short of the first. This has been the most successful rusher has been against the Chargers during the playoffs. They hand it back to Guzman, cuts left, and tackled behind the line by Mr. Reliable, Ben Lieber. It's 3rd and 3 after being tackled behind the line. 3rd quarter coming to an end. Cole steps back, moves up, throws, and is picked off by Hammond again. That's his 2nd interception in this game. The 7th round pick is letting the league know they made a mistake letting him slip so far down the draft. The fans are going wild here in the Super Bowl. The $10 million man is somewhere wiping his tears with Benjamins, knowing his career might be over. That's the 2nd time the Cowboys march down the field to come away with no points. The Chargers defense isn't breaking. This will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Lewis with the ball, pressure in his face, just has to take off with it, slides after picking up the first. The offensive line once again gives up quick pressure up the middle. It's been a problem since the start, and it doesn't seem to be going away. Center can't stay on his man, a 4-man rush, and 2 of them are already in his face. That will indeed be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Can the Chargers maintain their touchdown lead, and for how much longer? Welcome back to the final quarter. Some call it the witching hour. Lewis drops back. Cowboys bring an extra rusher, and to get to him, sacked again. They are beating him up out there. Francis Richardson has been terrorizing this interior line. Chargers come out in a split back set, 3 receivers on the field hoping to spread out the defense. Lewis drops back, offensive line trying to keep protection. Woods with the catch in double coverage. That was a heck of a throw by Lewis. Threaded a needle on that one. The line did a good enough job giving the play time to develop, and a rocket throw by Lewis in tight coverage to get near the first. It's now 3rd and 1. Cowboys can force a 3-and-out with a stop here. Gates in motion. I think we all know who's getting the ball. They hand it to Tomlinson. Left side, cuts it up and gets the first down. There's not a lot of time for the Cowboys. They need a stop quick. I'd expect from here on out for the Chargers to continue running that clock. They go back to Tomlinson up the middle and gets maybe 3 on the run. 2nd down, back in the split back set. They go to Tomlinson again. Sweep left side, has some blockers, 1 defender, but can't make a miss, but he did get the first down. Looks like they're going to start running the play clock all the way down. This will most likely be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They hand it off to Tomlinson, but he was tackled behind the line for a loss on the run. 2 minutes left in the game, and there's no secret here, it's going to be a run. Tomlinson takes the carry up the middle for 4 yards, timeout Cowboys. And this is the most important play in the game. 1st down, ends it, a stop can keep them out of field goal range, and the Cowboys could still tie it, and the Chargers called a timeout. The Chargers didn't like what they saw. Let's see if they like it here. Tomlinson up the middle, squeezes through, and it looks like he got past the markers for a first. We're getting news that it wasn't a first down. The whistle blew it dead. Here's the replay. He wasn't down until a yard or 2 after the first down marker, but they blew the whistle before. There are no coaches' challenges under 2 minutes, and it doesn't seem like we're gonna get a booth review. So that means the kicking team is out on the field, and it'll be a 50-yarder. They still have a chance to end the game here. Does it have the distance? And it bonks off the bottom, just short. What a turn of momentum. An early whistle that leads to a missed game-sealing kick. The referees are going to have no consequences on them whatsoever, as this one falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Dallas's only score came on a big play to Price, but every drive they've been able to march down the field hasn't ended with points, as Bryant catches that one and gets pushed out in Chargers territory. This is going to be their last chance to make something happen. They haven't done much, but maybe this is the start. Antonio Bryant had just his 3rd catch of the day, but they're going to need to use him more if they want to get something going. Cole goes back to Bryant, but only 2 yards on the out route. There's still plenty of time, no need to aim for the sidelines, can still use the entire field. Cole rolls to his right, throws, and it falls incomplete, intended for Harrington. Big 3rd down here, but this is 4-down territory. Cowboys in the shotgun, 5 receivers out on the field. Cole takes the snap, drops back, has time, throws deep, has Bryant in double coverage, and he comes down with it. Did he get both feet in bounds? They're saying he did, and suddenly this Cowboys team has life in them again. They spread out the defense, pass rush couldn't get there, and you would think double coverage would double the odds. Here it reduced it. 1st and goal, Cowboys. I think the Chargers need to consider using their timeouts here if they do allow Dallas to score. You want time to try and win in regulation, while Cole in a clean pocket finds Bryant. They don't call a timeout here. Dallas might be running the clock down. Cole with a quick drop back, throws and can't hold on in the end zone. Incomplete. Roger Clark with the breakup. It's 3rd down, I mentioned, 4-down territory. Cole to the end zone. Newton misses the ball, and it's caught by Bryant. They're 1 point away from tying it up. Who would have thought that an early whistle would have led to Dallas's potentially tying it up here? Wait, did he get both feet in bounds? We're looking at the replay, and he might have dragged that toe. He might have had possession of it before, but it doesn't matter. It isn't under review. With this extra point, the Chargers will have tied the game with just over a minute left in the Super Bowl. It started out crazy, and it looks like it's going to end the same way. I'm sure San Diego fans are shouting to the NFL that this game is rigged. Don't worry, I'm sure every other team's fan base besides Dallas is also screaming that. As Florence is bringing this one back, and it gets it to the 28, and let's see what the Chargers can do. Hopefully nothing is blown early. Exactly 1 minute to go in the game. Lewis drops back. Looks like he has no trust in that offensive line and tries to scramble. Only 2 on the run. Looks like the Chargers are going to let the clock run down. I'm sure if they go 3 and out, they don't want to give Dallas too much time. Lewis drops back. Protection holds up. And he goes deep, and Berrien has it. Berrien has it. He has one guy left to beat, and he's brought down inside the 5. I think that's going to be it. The game is pretty much over. They hand it off to Tomlinson, and at this point, they're just picking a spot for the kicker. They're going to run another play, probably hoping for a touchdown, but they're going to run the rest of that clock. They can't quite get in for the touchdown, but the game was already over after that Berrien's catch. It's been 6 seasons since the rebuild started. Berrien was on the team in year 1 as a free agent signing. Without him, this kick never happens, and San Diego has just won the Super Bowl. It feels like it's been forever. They finally did it. They made it to the biggest game on the grandest stage, and it looks like someone is about to get a Gatorade bap. Well, Schottenheimer is pretty quick for an old man. It took 6 seasons. There ain't gonna be no movie, but we were able to get LTA ring before he retired, and I'm happy about that. Schottenheimer shaking hands with Bill Parcells, 2 legends in their own rights. The Chargers want their coach to come back and celebrate with them, and thank you all for watching. I know these final 2 games took a while to come out, and I appreciate your patience and all of your support. And there's Lewis getting ready to accept his award and MVP, and I can officially say the rebuild is over. Also, I feel like the MVP should have been Berrien. That was the most clutch reception in this entire series. And there they go to hang out with the other champions in these rebuild series. Once again, thank you for watching. Should I try to repeat?